Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everyone. It is April 11th, 2024, and it is time for our Good Morning and Coffee. I'm Dolly, and this is the Wolf Girl Oracle, and I'm super happy to be back. It's been too long. It's been a week, and a week doesn't seem like a very long time, but for me, it felt like an eternity. This morning show and doing my videos are a definite part of my spiritual practice. Bringing the light to you guys and spreading happiness and hope is deeply important to me. It's deeply important. But I had an issue. Not an issue. I had family circumstances come up. My mom had hip surgery, which went very well. I'm very happy to say. And Chrissy started iron injections as well this week. So I wanted to be present for both of them while they were going through their stuff. Good morning, Janet. Oh, Janet. So my mom's surgery went fabulous. It went absolutely fabulous. I'm so happy about that. She was literally up and walking the same day as the surgery. The day after the surgery, she was already doing steps at the hospital. They had her go down to physical therapy, and she did 4 steps. They had a little 4-step staircase. She did that with no problem. So we knew we'd be able to get her in the house. Good morning, Katie. I am glad that you made a smoothie. So Saturday she was supposed to come home. So I spent the day kind of waiting for that call, that she would be able to come home. But because her blood pressure was a little wonky, they wanted to keep her overnight for observation. But by Sunday, she was doing great. We got her home. And then I've been going there in the morning, to help her get dressed and make breakfast for her, do some little things around the house that I can do with one arm. I just wanted to be present for my mom during this time, but I missed you guys so much. And then Chrissy's getting iron infusions too. She's been exhausted for a good 3 months, like every day, just absolutely exhausted. And she was working with her doctor to try to elevate her iron naturally, through supplements and through diet. And for whatever reason, her body just is not holding on to the iron. They don't know what it is. It's a medical mystery right now at this point. But in order to help her feel better, she has to go for infusions. And these infusions can last for 2 hours. They basically are injecting you with iron. And she's had this before, but this is like quadruple the amount that she's ever gotten before. So I also kind of wanted to be present for that too, because I didn't know how her body would handle this. And I just wanted to make sure she was going to be okay, but she took it like a champ, like she always does. And hopefully within the next, she's got 6 weeks of this iron infusion to do. And hopefully by next week, she will already start to feel a little bit better. She thinks she's feeling a little bit better already, which is great. I mean, I can see like her color is going back to normal. She had these really super dark spots under her eyes, and that's starting to go away. She seems to have more energy in the morning. So I'm hoping it's already working for her. So if any of you guys were holding space for my mom or for Chrissy, I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I do believe in the power of prayer. I'm not telling you who to pray to or how to pray, but man, if you want to pray, I am all about that. Or send Reiki, or just healing energy, or just even having good thoughts. All of that is helpful, and I appreciate it very much. So I noticed this morning that I did not see a notification go out for my live stream. Let me see if it did now. No, I still don't see one. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody, I don't know. I don't know when it's going to go out. I did notice that YouTube did a update, must have been yesterday, and it's been wonky ever since then. It looks different. Like in the past, I'd be able to like look to see if anybody was waiting, you know, when my live stream was starting. Can't see that anymore. So, oh, you did get it, Katie? Okay, thank you. I'm glad that you did. I am so happy that you did. And she says, I'm so happy my Wisconsin family is all doing well. Yes, everybody is doing well. Devontae got a new job. He started that this week. He's loving it so far. Good people, nice company. So hopefully this is going to be a good thing for him. So yeah, all good stuff. All good, happy, positive stuff. Good morning, Jenny. How are you today? Good morning. Janet said good morning too. I didn't put that. Oh, Janet. That's always going to be my greeting to you, Janet. You get your special wolf howl greeting. I'm glad you're doing well, Jenny. That is awesome to hear. So I was just telling them that, you know, my mom's surgery went well. Chrissy's iron infusions went well. So all is good on the health front. Now I just got to get myself fixed. I need to get my overhaul on my shoulder done, but we're coming up to that on May 28th. So I am so grateful that I have a date. That's all I can say. I am so grateful that I have a date for that. Finally. All right. Before we get into the news, I got a new tarot deck I wanted to show you guys. And some of you may have seen this one already. I saw it on Tarot Stash's channel. It's the Mystical Tarot of the Saints deck. He had the author of the deck. It is Psychic. It's either Nathy or some Nathe. I'm not real sure how to pronounce that, but the author of the deck was on Tarot Stash's channel. And normally I don't go for the religious decks like this. This isn't my jam normally, but I loved the artwork on this deck. I was just like blown away. And I mean, I had an interesting experience. Man, it must have been like 10 years ago already. We have this thing in Milwaukee called Doors Open. And basically, on the Doors Open weekend, all the historic buildings in Milwaukee open their doors and allow people to come in. And there are experts there to talk about the history of the building, the architecture, that kind of stuff. And about 10 years ago, I went to this. It's a convent / church / school that's here in Milwaukee that had their doors open. And it's neat because they have a full-size Catholic church on the second floor of this building. Okay, so the chapel is actually really elevated. And I had never been in there, and I wanted to go see it. So I went in there, and it was the nuns that were giving the tours. And I got the coolest nun. I'm not even kidding you guys. She was so amazing, and she was so knowledgeable about the saints. And I had just in passing, as we were passing like a little icon of a saint, you know, I said, you know, I really don't know much about the saints outside of like the apostles. You know, so every saint that we walked past, she told me the story of the saint and why they were important to the church. And I got really drawn in by the stories. Okay. It just, you know, I guess you could say in sort of a mythology sort of way. Oh, Sonia. Good morning, Sonia. You caught me live, just waking up. I hope you have your coffee. I have my coffee. I know Katie has a smoothie. And who else is here? Oh, Sin. Sin's here too. His name is Nate. It's just a weird spelling. Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that, because I wasn't quite sure how to say his name. And I didn't catch the beginning of Tarot Stash's video or live stream. So I didn't that didn't soak in for me. So I appreciate that. Anyway, so the cards are really beautiful. Like the Fool is Saint X. I'm not going to go through all the cards. I'll just go through a few. Saint Expedite is the Fool. And Mary Magdalene is the High Priestess. I thought that was neat. And then like Saint Helena. And what's the other one that I saw that I really liked? Well, Saint Valentine's for the lovers. Saint Christopher. Archangel Michael for justice. I thought that was neat. But anyways, I thought these were pretty cool. And I also was impressed with the book. Now, the cards in the book are not sold together. You have to get the book. The cards you can get by themselves, and they do have a little tiny white tarot book in there, but he did write a companion book, and I went ahead and got that too, just because, you know, I heard Tarot Stash. He seemed very, very impressed, and I trust his opinion on the quality of things. So I thought, okay, if he likes the book, I'm going to get the book too. And it's fantastic. It's in color. I really like it. So if that's your jam, you might want to try out that deck. If it's not your jam, that's fine too. There are literally 765 bazillion decks. So you can find one that you'll like. Viviani's here. Hey, Viviani, how are you? It's good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We were just talking about tarot decks, and I was talking about how my mom is doing so fantastic after surgery. I couldn't be happier about that. So all of you who are holding space, thank you so much for doing that for my mom. It's time for our Raise Your Vibration Oracle card from Kyle Gray. And the card of the day is Take the Weight of the World Off Your Shoulders. You know what this reminded me of a little bit? This reminded me of the eclipse. The eclipse this week. I thought something very magical happened. And those of you who are sensitive, I am positive that you felt this too. But as the eclipse was reaching totality from place to place to place, I felt in the collective just a giant, like a giant feeling of awe and wonderment, followed by a giant, exuberant joy. And I have not felt that in a long time coming out of the collective. And it just traveled across the country, up into Canada. You know, you could feel it as it moved across the country. The whole country, for a moment, was unified. And, I'm going to get teary-eyed thinking about this. Give me a moment. Whew. Okay. In that moment, it felt so good. It felt so good to feel the whole country unified about something that wasn't a tragedy. You know what I mean? It felt so good. Oh my gosh. All right, let me catch up with the chat here. Sonia says, yay, happy to hear your mom is doing well. Yes, she is. That woman is so tough. She is so tough. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's a tough one for an Aquarius. Definitely felt a shift. Viviani just goes. Oh, Nils is here. Hi, Nils. How you doing? I am glad to see you, my friend. So yes, it was like Sonia says here, a beautiful experience of unification. It was. And, our country could do that. We don't have to be so full of freaking hate and fear, And so just to feel that amazing, joyful energy, it gave me a boost that I really needed. It was an injection of happy that I was really happy to get, So yeah, just so happy. Good morning, 68. Good to see you. So I've got some good news for you guys this morning. I got 3 good news stories to share with you. And the first one is about something near and dear to my heart. And Janet, you're going to appreciate this too. It's about the Mexican wolf. Now, I know, Katie, you've got him in Arizona. For the 8th consecutive year, the Mexican wolf numbers have been growing. Well, the wild population of Mexican wolves saw another year of growth in 2023. The 2023 population census revealed a minimum of 257 Mexican wolves distributed across Arizona and New Mexico. This increase marks the 8th consecutive year of population growth, the longest continuous streak since recovery efforts began. In 2022, there were 242 wolves, and now there are 257. So that makes me super happy. All right. I, as you know, identify, I have a wolf identification. So to me, it's really important that the wolves be conserved, conservated. Any wolf. I do not like the hunting of wolves at all in any kind of way, because I'm not sure that people would be able to distinguish, unless you are somebody who loves wolves. I'm not sure that you'd be able to distinguish between a Mexican wolf and a gray wolf. Gray wolves wander. Timber wolves, pretty much stay up in the north, but they wander, right? And Mexican wolves wander too. Who's to say that one isn't going to wander too far north and end up in an area where wolves are allowed to be shot? So I really feel like wolves should not be shot. That's my little soapbox thing for the moment. But I'm so happy to hear that the Mexican wolf population is growing. They are a beautiful, beautiful wolf. When they have their full coat, they are very colorful and just gorgeous, almost like the European wolf, which is another really gorgeous, gorgeous wolf. Katie says, I got goosebumps. I love the Mexican wolf and jaguar. Both are rare and seldom seen here. They are here, though. That's right, girl. That is right. And Janet says, right there with you. I know, Janet. If you look at Janet's little, her little picture there next to her name, she's actually hugging a wolf there. Lucky. Nils says, International Wolf Center in Ely, Minnesota. Yes, I love that place. I've been there. And Wolf Park in Indiana. And we had down the block from where I live here, the Timber Wolf Preservation Society for many, many years. So I literally, from the time I could walk until the day that they had to close their doors, I was with those wolves just about every weekend. So I really have an affinity and a love, a deep, deep, passionate love for wolves. And I identify. So they are important to me. Very important. All right, our second good story. Get this now, you guys. On the Java island they have discovered that what is it called here? Forgive me. The Javan tiger is not extinct. They thought it was extinct in the 1980s. They officially declared them extinct in 2008. But just recently, a couple of guys who were celebrating Indonesia's Independence Day encountered a big cat roaming on a community plantation in Sukabumi, Bumi, in West Java province. So it just turned out, though, that one of the two guys was a conservationist. So he went and talked to a friend of his who specialized in these species, brought him out to where they had seen it, and they actually found some strands of the tiger's fur on a fence line. So they took the fur back to the research center, did DNA testing on it, and found out that it was indeed a Javan tiger. So there is still a possibility that the Javan tiger is in the Sukabumi forest. If it's coming down to the village or community plantation, it could be because its habitat has been disturbed. So they've decided that they're going to be putting out cameras and having field researchers looking for tiger prints and hopefully collecting more tiger fur, tiger scat, so that they can do more investigating into this to determine how many tigers there might actually be. But now they have a place to look. So this is fantastic news. I love it when a species that was thought to be extinct is rediscovered, that it still exists, because hopefully they'll be able to conserve some of its habitat, maybe make it into a national park that nobody can touch these tigers in and they can be safe, or even get them into research centers where they can be bred in captivity to be able to increase the population numbers. So I am excited about that. Let's see. The border fence has made real issues with wildlife migration. Yes, it has. I know it has along the border of the USA and Mexico, animals that, like jaguars, who are able to roam free, follow their prey as the prey migrates, can no longer do so. And that's why their numbers have been decreased. So that wall that everybody wants, yeah, not so good for the environment. Just saying. You are brave with that name. Tigers rock. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's Chrissy's favorite animal, is the tiger. That's her identification, is with tigers. All right, and our last story today is a story about clean energy in Europe. And my question is, why aren't we doing this here? I mean, I know we have clean energy here, but 60% of Europe's electricity was powered by clean energy in the first 2 months of 2024. 60%. That is crazy. That is crazy. I think it's something like 3% here in the United States or some crap like that. But anyways, according to an energy think tank, Europe's generation of 516.5 terawatt hours of renewable electricity in January and February satisfied 60% of overall power demand. That is just amazing. So it's made up of hydroelectricity, wind power, and solar, which make up the vast majority of that. Hydroelectricity or hydropower makes up the biggest part. It is 23% of that 60%. So we need to do that here, you guys. I know in Arizona, like where Katie lives, they have, and maybe even in California, places where it's sunny all the time. I know more and more of those states are building big solar farms and wind farms and stuff like that. Here in Milwaukee, we have or here in Wisconsin, we have giant wind farms all over the place. But I think it only makes up, like I was saying, like 4% of the grid power. It's hardly anything. We could do so much more. So much more. A wall can be defeated with a ladder and a rope. Yes, it can. You are not kidding. Or a shovel. Yes. For sure, you guys. Jenny says they have big wind farms here in North Dakota. Well, North Dakota seems like the absolute perfect spot to have a wind farm. South Dakota, too. I mean, the wind in there, it's never not windy there, is it? It's like constantly wind. And every time I've been to North Dakota, I've like had to hold on to my hat, like every single time. So yeah, I mean, there must be like an air basin, like a natural air base in there that has like a airflow that is constantly flowing. We kind of have that here in Milwaukee as well with the Great Midwestern Air Basin. It's a comet-shaped airflow that like is constantly pulling air up and over and onto the lake. So wind is definitely better than solar here. But yeah, man, come on. Katie says, we average 300 days of sun per year. Not being totally solar here is crazy. For real? That's what I'm talking about. And like my family who lives in California, I mean, they do have periods of rain, And Sonia, you might be able to speak to that more eloquently than I can. But, there seems to be a tremendous amount of sun. And then with the Pacific Ocean right there, I mean, wind power, you'd think, would be a thing. And I know that California tends to be somewhat more of an environmental state, though. So maybe they do have those things. But it's crazy to me that not every state has like an initiative for solar or for wind power. Jenny says, the locals say Montana needs to quit blowing and Minnesota needs to stop sucking. That's going to be hard for Minnesota. I'm just saying. No. I'm just kidding. Katie's saying we could give it to the whole country. That's what I'm talking about. It is the they would have to commit to that, right? They would have to commit the money and the infrastructure to do that. But come on, do it then. It's a one-time cost. We have a ton of sun. Don't know how much we got. A lot of, oh yeah, you got a lot of rain this year for sure. Is it still considered though like drought, or was there enough rain to sort of satisfy the aqua table, and fill that up there? So yeah. I was just talking to a couple of people this morning about California. One of my friends was an army brat, and she had to travel around the country quite a bit. And she spent like 8 months, or was it the Navy? It might have been the Navy. Sorry, I think it was the Navy. She spent 8 months in San Diego, and she loved San Diego, but then she got moved to some other place. And she was like, yeah, ever since then, I got a bad taste in my mouth about California. And I said, well, I think it really depends on where you go, just like any state, right? You got small towns, you got huge cities and huge city problems. It just depends on where you go. But I loved San Diego. I loved it. And I love Temecula. That's where my family lives. We are still considered in a drought. It's just not as severe as it was last year. We got so much rain this winter. Yeah, we did too. Sonia says, good question. Not sure if we're still considered in a drought. Well, if anything, it's helped, right? I'm sure that the cities there in California have a water recovery, some sort of water recovery system. That like we have that here in Milwaukee. We have water recovery. Even though we got this giant lake over there, we don't want like crap going into the lake, so they the water goes into what we have a deep tunnel, a giant deep tunnel system. The water goes into the deep tunnel system and then gets processed before it gets pumped out into the lake to ensure that we're not putting like tons of garbage or anything terrible out into the lake, because we want to protect our lake, because we're kind of an environmental state too here. They're not going to stop pollution until Mother Nature sends big things that don't happen in that place. Yeah, like, well, that's already happening, right? That's already happening. Mother Nature is definitely like saying, hey, if you keep acting like fleas, there's going to be some flea powder. You know what I'm saying? It also has grown a lot of undergrowth that is not good. Oh yeah, for fire season. Yes. Yeah. George is just doing what she needs to do. That's right. Yes, she is. Our beautiful, beautiful planet. Yeah. Yeah, the earth has a way of regulating itself. You know, that's why I believe in the conscious mind of the planet. You know, I do. And I do believe that she loves all of her creatures very, very much. But, you know, I feel like in times past, when humanity has gotten a little bit too big for its britches, started acting a fool, that the earth has done things to dial that back a bit, you know, and I feel like we should be paying attention to that because that could happen again very easily. And, you know, just like I was talking about the other night, along with that comes a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff. I mean, how many times has humanity been thrown back into the Stone Age or the Bronze Age? You know, how many times has that happened over the course of history? Because I think humanity is a lot older than what archaeologists give credit for. And I think that they know this and they just don't want to talk about it because it doesn't fit the narrative. Oh, yeah. Earthquakes, and they're calling for big hurricanes season this year. Yes, they are. I just heard that on the news the other day, because it flipped from El Niño to El Nino now, right? So that's like causing a whole bunch of problems or concern. It's causing some concern. Katie says, Gaia's control mankind is so stupid. Yes, I agree. Kat's here. Hi, Kat. Good morning. Good to see you. Neil says, we are all wanderers of the land. Take care of the land. It's the only thing that lasts. Thank you. That is very well said. Thank you. That's exactly right. I agree. Hurricane Andrew, Katrina. I don't know what that says. Laura. Yeah. All that could be happening, you guys. So we have to be careful. We got to tread lightly. We have to pick up our garbage. Oh my gosh. Nothing makes me more insane than seeing piles of garbage on the city streets. That makes me nuts, because you know that that's just people throwing crap out of their car. Why do people do that? Oh, somebody else can take care of my mess. What is wrong with you? You know? Don't throw out your garbage out the window. Pick up the garbage. And when you go walking, take a bag with you. Take some gloves. Get one of those little picker things, if you're not good at bending over, and pick up the garbage. Yes, it's not your garbage. No, it's not your responsibility, but the whole earth is our responsibility. And you know what? When people see you doing that, it puts a little message in their head. So that's what I'm saying. Shanita is here. Good morning, Shanita. How are you, my beautiful friend? And she says, good morning to everyone. And Sonia says, it's ridiculous. Yes. It takes a lot to get me angry, But one thing that sends me from zero to bitch really fast is when I see people throwing things out their cars windows. I hate that. I hate that. I hate going into parks and seeing garbage everywhere. You know, I'll spend a whole day at the freaking park cleaning up the park if I see that. Chrissy and I will walk until we can't walk anymore cleaning up garbage. And we'll probably start doing that soon. Now that it's warm enough, we're going to get out there and do that. And Earth Day is coming up, April 22nd, you guys. So that is a great day if you don't do it normally, to pick up a bag, go out, even if it's just walking around your block. If that's all you can do, just walk around your block. Walk up and down your block. Pick up garbage, get it thrown away. Any little bit effort that we put in, think if everyone did that. If everyone did that little thing, just walked around their block and picked up the garbage. If everybody did that, we would have no garbage. It's simple and it's so important. And like Katie says, better yet, don't create garbage. Use reusable things. I am so about that. Yes, ma'am. Example of extreme weather, I forgot Hurricane Sandy for you Eastern folks. Yeah, that was a bad one. Cat saying good morning to everybody. People are saying hi to Shanita. All is well, she says. Rock on. Sonia says the streets of Singapore are sparkling clean. Also, no gum chewing. I guess something to be said for corporate punishment. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Maybe we need that. Corporal punishment. I knew what you meant. How long does it take you to go from zero to bitch? Asking for a friend. Okay, this is me when people are throwing their garbage out and I'm driving. If I blew out your ears, I'm sorry. Oh. Highland Tribe is having our feast on Earth Day. Woo! I'm so excited for you, Cat. Please take 100,000 million pictures and send me every single one of them. I keep eggs in my car for that very reason. Thank you. Thank you. Walking around my block in Hollywood, I would need a truck. Oh, girl, right? Well, there are places here in Milwaukee that are just like that, too. I mean, where people just don't care, and that makes me mental. Oh, you don't even know. I just lose my mind. I wonder what the mindfulness challenge will be for Earth Day. My mindfulness challenge will be to stay in the moment, just focus on the garbage and not the people who put it there. That will be my mindfulness. And the walking is good exercise. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Lord knows I need that. Oh my gosh, I made Nils laugh, or someone did. Love it. Katie says, Sonia says, Teresa Ford's here. It makes me sad that there are people watching that don't own thumbs. Oh, well, I think that comes in with the third payment. Once you've made that third payment, you get your thumb. So maybe they just haven't gotten there yet. It's like the people who buy the car but forget to make the payment on the turn signal. I feel so sad for them. Fatima, good morning, Fatima. I do a lot of walking. Do you? Well, I know. I've seen some of your videos. You walk and walk and walk and walk and walk. Oh, Sonia's got her thumb. Hi, Teresa. Everybody's still saying good morning and blessings. It is so good to see you guys. Oh, man, you have no idea. I missed you guys so much while I was gone for that week. I didn't realize just how much this contributes to my spiritual practice. You don't know it until it's not there. And I really discovered that. Oh, and look at Nils. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't do it for the thumbs, but man, if you do it, it makes me happy. Now, I don't even know where you can smash that thumb. Where do you smash the thumb button anymore? Can you guys see it? Because I don't see it. When I'm looking at my computer off to the side here, I don't see where you can hit the thumbs up. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. Teresa Ford says, everyone. I did too, Fatima, until I broke my foot. I'm excited to start again. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you. Maybe because I'm doing the stream, I can't see a thumbs up, but I do not see a place where you can do. Let me look here. I certainly do not. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. But if you can see a thumb and you give me a thumbs up, thank you very much. But just you being here means everything to me. So thank you so much for that. So what has everybody got planned for the weekend? We're actually supposed to have pretty decent weather. So I am hoping to get out and do some walking with Chrissy or Rick. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys something that I'm doing. I am doing something now because I've got this arm issue. I can't do all the things that I really love to do, which usually include something heavy or smashing or something, right? And I can't do any heavy lifting or smashing right now. I can't carve. I can't do flint knapping. I did try painting the other day, and I can't even. It wasn't working. It wasn't working for me. I have to hold that palette in my hand when I'm painting. And I know that that's weird and I should be able to adapt. I tried putting it down on the table. It just did not work for me. Okay. But I did find something that I think I can do. And it's something that I've been wanting to try for years. Okay. I have a fascination with watches. Okay. And this started maybe about 5 years ago, but it really culminated during COVID shutdown. I got myself a watch kit and I got a bag of broken watches and I fixed them. I fixed the broken watches. Not all of them. Not all of them were something that I could do, but most of them I did fix. So I have a whole bunch of mechanical watches now. But I've been watching people who have been building their own watches. Who they buy a movement, they buy a case, they buy the straps, they buy the crown and the stem, and they put watches together and they make their own watch. And I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And I especially want to do it now because Rick has taken on so many of the things around the house that I would normally do that I can't do. And as a thank you, I'm going to build him a watch. Now, Chrissy's picked up on a lot of things too that I would do. So I'm going to make something for her too. I'm just not sure what that is yet. I'm going to do something. I might carve her a tiger once my arm is better. But she's going to get something as well. But I thought for Rick, he's got like some cheap watches, the batteries die, then they get thrown in a drawer. He never wears them again, but he loves wearing watches. And he's always wanted kind of a higher end expensive watch. And they're just too expensive for us. But I can build him an homage watch that looks like a Rolex, okay, or a Tudor, or any kind of high-end watch. And so that's what I did. I bought all the components to put a watch together. I got a really nice Seiko movement, a really nice Seiko case, this beautiful Black Bay looking dial, like a Black Bay Tudor watch dial. I bought the hands, I bought the stem and the crown, and I'm going to put it together. So I'll probably make a video of me doing this when I do it so I can show you guys. I'll just, I'll speed it up so it's fast so you guys aren't sitting there for 2 hours watching me put a watch together. But I'll do a little video on it so that you can kind of see what the process is. It's not super, super difficult. Some movements are more difficult than others, but this one is just a watch with the time and date. That's it. No chronograph or anything like that. So just one little complication, the date, and that's it. So I think it'll be rad and fun to do. So I will share that with you guys. Okay. Oh, you're doing an Aya ceremony this weekend. I wish I could go and do one. I want to do one. I need to talk to you like off on the side there, Sonia, because that is something that I definitely would love to go and do. I would love to do that. Let's see. I'm getting excited for Highland, but I'm a little nervous about driving 1,300 miles solo. I believe in you, Kat. I believe in you. And just let us know when you leave, and we will hold space and talk to the gods for traveling mercy for you. Shanita says, good morning, Fatima. Oh, so sweet. I love that you guys are all saying hi to each other. Okay, everyone, during the eclipse, I got this crazy energy. And as I was getting ready for work and looking at my scrubs, and I heard, and let me read this again. Okay, everyone, during the eclipse, I got this crazy energy. And as I was getting ready for work and looking at my scrubs, and I heard, wear this and this, wear this and this, my NO Saints top, or New Orleans Saints top and jacket. Oh, that's cool. It was a crazy energy, Jenny. It was a super crazy energy. Like I was saying before, I could tell exactly when that eclipse happened. There was just this awe in the collective, this general feeling of awe and excitement, followed by this incredible joy. It must have been like when the sun would start appearing again, people would just cheer out in joy. And there were so many people doing it at once, that I just felt that, and it lifted me up and it made me feel really good. So that's something I'm going to remember for a long, long time. I have been making videos. I have one more that I'm diving into my resin art again. It has been since mid-January since I've been in that zone. Yeah, I know you're very excited to do your art, because your art is a deep part of your spirituality. I know that. So I'm excited that you're going to be able to start doing that soon. That is fantastic. And if you guys haven't been watching Katie's 31 days mindfulness challenge, please go back and watch it. We're on day 11 right now. And I've been doing them every day, and they're just fantastic. It's a good practice. Mindfulness is a very, very good practice. And these are easy to do exercises to help you develop a mindfulness practice, right? Nice and easy, very, very non-abrasive. Okay. So I say, and Katie, I could listen to Katie's voice all day long. So you could just go and listen to the challenges, try to do the challenges along with us from day to day. And then she'll be doing a live, and we'll all be talking about what our experiences were. I happen to be writing mine down in a book because I want to kind of keep track of what I did so I can be a part of the discussion. But yeah, just try it out, you guys. Every day she posts a video. Okay, where was I? It will be infused with your love. Yes, it will. Yes, I'm looking forward to building this watch. I'm just really excited about it. Super cool. Thank you. Whenever you come to Cali, let me know. I will. I absolutely will. I'm hoping maybe before the end of the year, I'll be out there. I want to get out there to see my family because they're getting older, and it's going to be a while before I get to see them again. Katie says, I want to do a ceremony with you one day. Yeah. Kat shouldn't be nervous. She's driven solo across the country twice. Yeah, nothing to be nervous about. You're going to be great. I watched the partial eclipse. I thought it looked like an Apple logo tipped over on its ear. Yeah, it did kind of for a while there. And Jenny says, I write mine down in the notebook. Excellent. That's awesome. Yeah, I think it'll just be good for pulling that pulling that back out once we're like discussing it, you know. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm really enjoying the challenge a lot, you know. Mindfulness is it's just a good practice for everybody. It doesn't matter what your faith is. It's just a good practice for everyone. Or even if you don't have a faith per se, you know, it's just a good practice. I have had way too much coffee. I feel like I'm going to go bounce, 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 bounce. You guys won't think I'm a wolf. You're going to think I'm a bunny. I am not a bunny. Dill, my support pickle, doesn't think I'm a bunny either. So there you go. All right. Would anybody like a reading? Otherwise, I can do a reading for the collective. Fatima says, here in Toronto, too much cloud cover, could not see the eclipse. Oh, I am so sorry. I hope you were able to at least feel it, you know. All the videos will be in a playlist for everyone when we are done so that you can go back and watch them. That's awesome. What is Shanita saying? Shanita saying, I'm doing sound healings on the beach. Want to join me? Yes! I do. Like you don't even know. I am playing, listening to the videos. Awesome. Okay, Kat would like a card. So let's get Kat a card. I put a star on your name. You're the only one, but I still put a star on your name. All right. So I'm going to use the Native Spirits Oracle. This one. And this is by Denise Lynn, who is one of my favorite Oracle authors. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Denise Lynn's stuff. She's fantastic. So let me get these shuffled. Angels protect us. Spirits of the land and my home, the Landvatir and the Husvatir surround us. And ancestors, give us wisdom. What do we need to know today? What does Kat need to know today, Spirit? Please and thank you, and I love you. All the gods and goddesses. Okay. We have Freedom Horse. Freedom Horse. That's a great card to get. Especially seeing that you are embarking on a journey that should feel free and exciting and open and wonderful. You know, I think that we often put a lot of constraints on ourselves. You know, we are our own stressors. We are our own cagers, you know, in so many different ways. And sometimes we just have to release all that, you know, and going to High Lung is going to be such a tremendous release for you. You know, it's going to be a burst of energy and a burst of happy and a burst of excitement and a burst of spirituality, but it's also going to be a burst of freedom. You're going to leave everything about your life back at home, and you're going to go out there and you are really going to enjoy yourself, really take it all in and just become one with that tribe, you know? So that's what I'm getting from Spirit for you today, Kat. Oh, Sonia says, yes, please. Okay. I will do one for you too, Sonia. Seeing that you do so many for us all the time, I will give you a reading as well. All right, Spirit. What does Sonia need to know for today? Or for the near future? Please and thank you. I got my computer up a little higher here. I can't hold my cards up to show you. I'm shuffling. I'm sorry. Ooh, Sacred Mountain. Sorry about the glare. These are some glossy cards. Sacred Mountain. Well, like you were saying earlier, you're going to be doing your Aya ceremony this weekend. And that is a tremendously sacred experience. And I do believe that, when people come out of an experience like that, they find themselves on a far more steady ground. There's a lot of releasing that happens during those ceremonies. And, the stuff that is releasing is the stuff that knocks you off kilter, right? That knocks that steadiness out of you. So when you leave there, it's like you're on a solid ground, like you're on a solid mountain, of sacredness. So I think that was beautiful. So that's my message from Spirit for you, is to say that, this weekend is going to be something very, very special, and very good for everyone who is attending. So that's great. Katie wants to teleport to Shanita. Yes, I would like to do that too. Oh, Fatima, you would like a card? Okay, I would be happy to give you a card. I love reading for you guys. I know my readings are a little bit more simplistic compared to some people, but my downloads are pretty... As soon as they start happening, it's just the words, coming from Spirit, and that's what I feel good with, when I'm reading to you guys. Okay, what does Fatima need to know for today? Spirit, please and thank you. All right, we've got, Trickster. In the Norse pantheon, this makes me think of Loki, the trickster. Now, when the Trickster card comes up, what I feel from Spirit and what I'm feeling right now is you're about to embark on some necessary chaos. It might not be something large and crazy, but there's going to be a little bit of chaos coming into your life, and it might be frustrating at first. When Mercury is in retrograde, this happens to a lot of us, so it might not be terrible. All right. I'm not saying that you're going to have something terrible happen, but you're going to have some necessary chaos, but that chaos is necessary for your growth, for helping you get to that next step. We get stuck in place. And sometimes Spirit moves in and causes a little necessary chaos in our lives, or allows a little bit of necessary chaos to happen to help kind of shake the ground a little bit, to get us unstuck, to get us unstuck. So if you feel that necessary chaos come on, try not to get frustrated, try not to get angry. Just step back and observe what is happening and try to see the lesson in it so that you can progress forward. Okay? So that's what I'm getting for you, Fatima. So let me go back here. Jenny says, I like that card. And Kat says, pilgrimage. Shanita says, preach. Kat says, I'm going on an adventure. Yes, Bilbo Baggins, for sure. You're totally going on an adventure. I'm so, so happy for you. Viviani's saying, hello. Thank you. Beat me up, Scotty. Oh, wait, hang on. Where's my, here, I can do that. You guys. Look at. I can ask Scotty. Scotty, beam me up. Scotty, beam me up. Scotty, are you there? He must be in the bathroom. Never mind. Okay. Coyote! I'm going to do Judy, duty. Oh, Judy duty. Oh, jury duty? I didn't know what I was reading for a second there. I'm sorry. Jury duty. Oh, yeah, I know that can be a pain. But it's an important process, you know. It's important to be a part of that process. The trickster is super smart. Stop and think before you act. Yeah, for sure. But I truly, what I was feeling from that, Katie, was truly a necessary chaos. And I think that card really could be for everybody, because Mercury is in retrograde, and these kinds of things tend to happen during this time, that necessary chaos. So it's all good. Fatima says, nice card. Nice. Does anybody else want a reading? Otherwise, I will do one quick one for the group, and then we're going to call it a day. All right, I'm going to call it a day right now. We're going to just do this last one. My arm is starting to hurt too, so it's time to stop working with the cards for a little while. And I really enjoyed you all being here today. So thank you. It's you I like. It's not the clothes you wear. It's not the way you do your hair. It's you I like. Mr. Rogers. I love you, Mr. Rogers. All right. So for you guys, I have got Grandfather Sky. Grandfather Sky. And you know what I'm feeling from this card, you guys? I am feeling like it is important for us to remember that there are other powers other than ourselves in this world. And it is okay to lean on those other powers whenever we are feeling exceptionally small, powerless, frightened. You know, lean on those other powers. And that can be your friends, that can be your family, that can be the gods that you worship, that could be your ancestors, that could be spirits. You know, it is okay to lean on those other powers. You know, you have some divinity in you. You are divine. You are connected to the divine, right? In our skin bag, we sometimes forget that, but we are divine, you know? So it is okay to reach out. I like to reach out to my ancestors. That's what Grandfather Sky reminds me of the most, is just when I reach out to my ancestors. But there are other powers. Reach out to them. Don't forget, you are not alone. There is not a moment when you're in this existence that you are alone. Not a moment. Okay? Sometimes it feels like you are, but you're not. So please don't forget that, you guys. Don't forget that. All right, let's see here. Jenny's assignment is almost over. Do you know where you're going for sure now? You had mentioned a couple places to me. Oops. I'm sorry, Kat. More like too clever by half. Remember, he got caught up in his own tricks most of the time. Yes, that's for sure. Yes, he did. Mercury has been interesting. Yes, it has. A little too interesting this time around. Mr. Rogers, I loved him as a kid. I did too. I loved him so much. Shanita says, nice. I agree, Katie. Mercury has been interesting for sure. Reach out. It helps others as well as yourself. Yes, that's a good point, Katie. Thank you for saying that. It does help others. I am learning this the hard way with this shoulder thing. I am definitely not somebody who says, please help, please help, please help. I don't do that. That's not me. I'm the one who jumps in to help, right? So I am learning how to receive that. Receive the help with gratitude and love. And it's changing me. It's changing me. I almost feel like this was unnecessary chaos in my life that needed to happen to get me unstuck from kind of a place that I was, you know? And I'm so grateful that I have such a loving family who is willing to step up and help me in all the ways that I need during this time, you know. And I'm so grateful to my brothers who have really stepped it up to help my mom through her surgery stuff. The three of us together, we're making it work for my mom, and it's just, I'm so grateful. I really, really am. I know they keep saying New Mexico a lot, but you never know. Well, that'd be cool if you went to New Mexico. Well, look at who's here. It's Sylvia. Oh, now my morning is complete because now Sylvia's here. Thank you very much, honey. I'm glad that you came. What is this? Greetings. Good Thursday, everyone. Yes, greetings to you. Happy Thursday. Saying hi. Learning to receive. Yes, learning to receive. I am doing that. The old Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons were very in keeping with the Coyote cycle of tales. Yeah, for sure. Oh, Teresa Levine's here too. Hey, Teresa Levine, how are you? Oh, you guys are coming in, but it's time for me to go. Why for you do that? It's okay. I'm just happy to see you guys and say hi. Say I missed you. I will be back tomorrow with our weekend spiritual forecast. And on Sunday, I will have my weekly reading for the week. And then we start a whole new week of live streams with myself, Katie. I think Sonia, I'm not sure if you're doing one doing one tomorrow, but if you are, you can say in the comments down there. Otherwise, watch my community page. I try to post when people are doing lives as much as I can. And just check everybody's channels, right? This is a great community, you guys. We got to support each other. Make sure that you check out everybody's channels who are in the chat here. You know, Colorful Foresight has a channel. Shanita, Katie, everybody who's got a channel, check out their channels, okay? And you know what, you guys, I love you. I love you. I'm so glad that you were here today. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. Oh, okay. Here we go, you guys. It's official. Coffee chat tomorrow, 8:30 Pacific time. That is 10:30 Central time, 11:30 Eastern time. Sonia has an amazing little show on Friday morning. It's been lifting me up for over a year now. So get in there when you can and check it out. I'm so grateful to not be working right now. I can actually get there and get to them on a regular basis, which is fantastic. That's the positive in having this whole shoulder thing, is I get to see more of you guys. So that's great. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all again very soon. Just watch my community channel. I'll let you guys know when everybody's doing whatever. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. See you later.